Hi Maplewood Middle School, my name is Miss Grinnell and I am so excited to welcome you back to our school year. There's a few things I want to share with you in this video and just help get some of those questions that I know have been burning so that you're ready for next Monday, September 13th. We are excited to have you. That's what's most important. We have been ready for you. We've been preparing for you all summer, and our theme this year is Better Together, and that really is true. We know that our school is really a school and is that special place for you when we're all together behind these doors. So we're looking forward to welcoming you next week. Everybody will not be in the same place to start for the day. On Monday the 13th, right where I am, behind me, so you're going to see the main building here. Our 8th graders will be here, and our 7th graders will be in our courtyard, which is to my right, on Maple. Our 6th graders will be on Baker Street, which is right across from Maplewood Public Library. All of this will be in writing, but I just want to make sure that if nothing else, you remember where you walk on the first day of school. I will have my pink mask that you saw in the beginning of the video. It looks like that. So if you see somebody with a pink mask, that's me, and I will help you with whatever you need. And you know what? We're all going to help each other because there are going to be some questions because we're getting used to coming back in the building together. You'll see later in the video a couple pieces of information, mostly about lunch, because I know there have been a bit of lunch questions. You are assigned to a location for lunch, and it's based on your team. So we will have that information. We will do announcements, we'll do reminders, you'll see it in writing, but based on your team, that's where you'll go for lunch. Sometimes you'll be in the courtyard, sometimes you'll be in the auditorium, and sometimes you'll be in the cafeteria, and we'll take turns, and that will change again in October. We'll have a different rotation in October. The other thing I want to remind you about are lockers. I've gotten some questions about lockers. We are using lockers this year. You'll have a hallway locker and you will have a physical education class locker. And so we will give you combination locks for that. You'll practice with your locks. You do not need to bring your own lock. Please don't bring your own lock. We will give it to you and you'll get time to practice. Don't have to do that right away. The last thing I want to let you know, oh, it's windy, it's beautiful. The last thing I want to let you know is that your team leaders will be helping you. You will get a full orientation, whether you're a 6th grader, a 7th grader, or an 8th grader. Our staff know that you will have questions about how to manage things relating to COVID protocols. You'll hear from our nurse periodically, and we will take care of you. Your team leaders, your assistant principals, Mr. King and Mr. Brown, and myself, your principal, Ms. Grinnell. So I just most importantly want to welcome you back. Take a look at the handbook that I'm sending out to you and take a look at the other written communication that I've sent out. Go over it, but we will also go through all of that with you when you join us next week. We can't wait to see you. Welcome back. And here's our security desk. Mr. Jackson is our guard for during the school hours. He is watching on our camera at all times. He sits here. And to assist us, remember families that if you're signing your child out for lunch or picking up your child for any reason, you'll need to come out of your vehicle and buzz on our front entrance door on Burnett Street and have your ID ready to show on camera, and we'll send your child out. Just a reminder that we won't have visitors as one of our COVID policies, but we are watching on the camera, making sure your child gets to you. And so again, please take a look at those, what we've shared with you, whether you're signing your child out for lunch or for any reason, just our sign out procedures. Here is a bank of some of our hallway lockers. You can see a stretch of lockers here on the first floor. So just like we've written about, a lot of our lockers are a little bit narrow. There are some red lockers that are larger, but the majority of our lockers look like this. We are going to be giving you locks, your own combination locks for these lockers and also for the PE lockers. So please do not send your own lock. You'll need to use the one that we issue you. And we encourage you to, not buy enormous backpacks or backpacks with rollers. Obviously, if you need those for medical reasons, you can reach out to our nurse, Miss Conway. But for the vast majority of our students, we're asking you to buy, reasonably sized backpacks so they can fit in here. And you will have ample opportunity throughout the day to go to your locker to get things. We'll have specific times during the day where you're allowed to go. And so that's one of the reasons, because we have these time frames for you to go, we ask our students not to carry backpacks. Our hallways are pretty narrow and some of our classrooms are on the smaller side, and keeping those backpacks in our lockers will help us all to remain physically distanced and not gathering. So that's just our little note about lockers. Here's an example of our lunch partitions. We will have 4 students to a table, a double table like this. So they are nice and physically distanced while they're here in the cafeteria or in the lower gym, which will also have cafeteria tables. You can see our windows over there, which will be open, and also all of our oxidizers. There's one indoors while we're eating our lunch in our indoor spaces. So here you go with our lunch partitions. Take a look. Here's one of our outdoor lunch spaces. This is one of our courtyards. There are 2 courtyards we'll be using, and this is one of them. Kids will bring their lunch, or they can get a lunch from our cafeteria and then come out here and eat when they're assigned to an outdoor space. You can see there's plenty of room, plenty of places where we'll have some seating set up for students for when they are eating outdoors.